Reminds me a lot of Risk, where it has like almost a board game type feeling and you're moving your soldiers and your civilization towards victory. Xbox Game Pass currently has over 400 different games that you can hop on, play right now, and you don't even actually have to download them. A ton of these you can actually just stream. So let's take a look at the 4 most recent games that just came to Game Pass. The best thing about Game Pass is that there's always new things coming out and there's something for everyone. So the first one is Age of Empires 4, and this is an anniversary edition. If you guys aren't familiar with Age of Empires, it is the classic real-time strategy game, and Age of Empires 4 takes everything even more in depth. I remember the very first time that I played the original Age of Empires was on my friend's Windows 95 machine. Yes, I said Windows 95 way back in the early 90s, and this game blew me away graphically, and I'm also a big history buff, so this was an amazing game for me to play. Here with Age of Empires 4, you are no longer limited to just your top-down views. You can get all the way into the battles yourself, go straight onto the battlefield, control every single ship or every single horse or every single warrior that you have. The game was graphically impressive in the 90s, and here with Age of Empires 4, it is still graphically impressive. You can play all sorts of historic campaigns like Joan of Arc and Genghis Khan, play online with up to 7 different people, or play in your traditional classic mode that is Age of Empires of single player versus AI. They've updated all the controls for this so you can play it on the Xbox. However, I'm personally a PC fan when it comes to classic games like Age of Empires. If you guys are older like me, you will remember this next game as one of the definitive first-person arena shooters. I'm of course talking about Quake 2. This is not technically a remaster, it just labels it as enhanced and complete version of the original. Quake 2 was originally released by ID Software in 1997. Now ID Software of course are the people that brought you classics like Doom and Wolfenstein. Quake 2 is going to give you that nostalgia throwback with all of these textural enhancements, gameplay enhancements, a higher frame rate, and a much more smooth experience. This version of Game Pass also includes expansions, which is what they were actually called back in the day before we started to call them downloadable content, and you also get the original copy of Quake 2 64. So yes, in all of its original glory, the Nintendo 64 version of the Quake 2. Of course, just like the classic, you get a local multiplayer experience, but you can also do this online if all of your friends from 1997 are just not available. Hey, if you guys like these videos and you find them informative and helpful, take a second and consider hitting that little subscribe button down there. It really does help out the channel and spread the word. Now, if you guys like real-time strategy games like Age of Empires and Civilization and even older games like SimCity, if you guys like playing God and controlling civilizations and fighting it out for things like territory and resources, then our next game, Humankind, is going to be right up your alley. And Humankind has a really unique and interesting twist to it. So it starts as a historical game. So you start out as a tribe, but that tribe does not necessarily continue. As you grow and evolve your situation, you can choose to change it to different cultures. So unlike other RTS games, you don't just stay as your one single clan. Your civilization changes not only from their technology, but actually changes who they are. So you can start out as Mayans and become the British Empire. And this game is going to go all the way from your nomadic tribe and take you all the way up to the space age. This one of course is single player, but can do online multiplayer for up to 10 people. This game is produced by Sega, and it actually reminds me a lot of Risk, where it has like almost a board game type feeling and you're moving your soldiers and your civilization towards victory. Our last game coming up, I originally played on the Xbox 360 way back in the early 2010s. This is a very dark game, this is a very compelling game, and in this game you have no attacks and no weapons at all. You guys may remember this game as a very simple yet classic black and white game. This one was produced by Playdead and Double 11. The description of this game is only uncertain of his sister's fate, a boy enters limbo. And I would label this as a spooky puzzle game with a really fantastic ending. So I actually played through Limbo twice, because the first time that you play through it, it's kind of shocking and you're really not sure what's going on. And the second time really helps you appreciate the mystery that is this game. And as you saw, the game is very dark, very mysterious, a lot of shadows, a lot of shading, and it really helps pull you, the player, into this world of mystery and you're not sure what's around the next corner. If you guys like puzzle solving and you like darker games like this one is absolutely worth checking out. I won't spoil the ending for you. Suffice it to say, it is time well spent for this game, and it's not very long to beat either. Well, there you guys have it, 4 brand new games that just came to Xbox Game Pass. If you guys like these videos that I do, you can check out another one that I made right here.